court, the Met Office has warned extreme weather.
Ask your smart speaker to play BBC News for London.
Now, it is 2:25. Shay here with you on Radio London till 6 p.m. The BBC, ITV, STV, Channel 4, S4C and Channel 5. So they're all classed as public service broadcasters. But a new report by Ofcom has shown that children actually spend more time watching YouTube than all of these services combined. So what does that mean? Well, if UK broadcasters do not work with platforms like YouTube, what is going to happen to broadcast media? To unpack that further, I'm still joined in the studio with our resident social media and technology expert, James Erskine. James, I mean, some people won't be surprised by these results.
It's funny, isn't it? You're right. You've got to put this in context. YouTube is not new. YouTube celebrated its 20th birthday this year.
Yeah.
So it's been around for a little while. And also YouTube has been through a number of different incarnations. So it started off as very amateur content, people in bedrooms. It then gravitated towards more professional content. It's now sort of found a happy medium. Interestingly, Alphabet, who own Google, who also own YouTube, have recently started presenting they're not going to make any content themselves anymore. So they are not a content creator in the traditional sense. They are a content distributor. So that's the first thing to say. They're a platform that lets other people's content reach an audience.
Right.
And they're very good at doing that. Now, PSBs, public service broadcasters, you might all think that the BBC is a public service broadcaster. You might not know that ITV, Channel 4 also have public service broadcasting commitments as part of their licence. They have to do a certain amount of news, they have to do a certain amount of current affairs, of documentaries. So they've got to create that stuff in order to fulfil their licence to Ofcom. Mm-hmm. What Ofcom have said is as more and more people are watching stuff on non-traditional platforms, then they're not necessarily prioritising traditional broadcasters, these PSBs, public service broadcasters. And you're right, it might not be that surprising. Now, it's also a huge indication of where audiences are going to go in the future. So right now, on YouTube, 7% of TV viewing is on YouTube.
Okay.
But against 16 to 34s, that number rises to 17%. So what you can see is the younger you are, the more likely you are to engage with YouTube.
And then if you bring in London to this whole conversation, it's vitally important, isn't it? You look at YouTube headquarters, you look at BBC, you look at Channel 4, of course, they are dotted in other parts of the country. But in terms of the main conversations and broadcasting that is done, especially public service, it's here in London.
Yes, that's absolutely the case. And the other thing, Shay, is about the benefits to the wider economy.
Okay.
So you have to, it's, I'm here with the big business hat on as well as the social media hat on.
Yes.
You have to look, I judge any business by 3 C's, culture, content and commerce. And the commerce part is crucial because the advertising model of media has completely changed. ITV used to have a license to print money. That's no longer the case. It's estimated, and they don't break their results down, that about £40 billion comes to Google every year from the UK, and about that's the digital ad market. About 23 billion goes to Google. So it's over half. Now you break that down, some of that will go to YouTube. So look, this content has to be paid for. There was a brilliant speech that Alex Mahon, who used to run Channel 4, did at the Royal Television Society event about 5 months ago. And she was saying that the trouble is we create all of this content and now anybody can upload anything to YouTube.
Right.
It might get lost. And she was making the argument that when it comes from a public service broadcaster, it should have some kind of a rubber stamp.
Right.
So we know that people can believe it. We know it's been regulated.
And trusted.
Exactly.
Stay with me, James. There's a lot more to discuss, which I'd like to delve into in this conversation. If you'd like to share your thoughts, maybe, you're thinking, yeah, I'm the same, actually. I'm online all the time. YouTube is where I get a lot of my content, as opposed to watching traditional media or public service broadcasters. 81333, start the message with London on text. It is 2:30. Let's get an update on the roads. Traffic and travel now with James Worley.